Hi, I'm Emma John, and I'm sharing with you today what was really helpful during chemotherapy and what's in my chemo bag. One of the best things that I did for myself before chemo was buying myself a chemo-specific bag. And the reason I did this is so that when I went for my chemotherapy sessions, I had something that was able to carry everything that I needed on the day, but also really importantly that it was my chemo bag for home, so that my caregivers, my sons, mum and my husband knew if I said I need my chemo bag stat, they knew what to look for and could grab it really quickly, and it always had the essentials that I needed. One of the most crucial things I found helpful in my chemo bag was to always have it in the bag so that you could talk to your medical team. Was this my chemo Bible? Now, your oncology care team may make it up for you. You may make up one for yourself. You could just get an e-slide folder and put it in there. Or if you have one like this that's already bound for you, always carry it with you because it's got emergency numbers, it's got how to deal with temperatures. All of the things that you need to know during chemo is in this Bible. Yours may look a little bit different, but make sure you have it with you. A big rattling bag of pills. For chemotherapy, get used to it. You're going to have a lot to manage, and I found keeping them in a clear bag was really helpful for chemo days as well as when you are recovering at home. So next up, I've got the things that are really essential on chemo day so that you can enjoy the experience as much as you can, but also not feel that you're going to be missing out on having those essentials. So the first thing that I absolutely made sure I always had in my chemo bag was a portable charger. Really important because you're going to be sitting in that chemo chair for quite a few hours, and it's really important that you never run out of juice for your phone. Another thing that you may like to take along is a book. I took along my Kindle. Again, another good use of having a portable charger with you. You will never, ever not be able to read. My mum gave me this little inspo book, and it was really nice to reflect on. I always had it in my chemo bag, so even on chemo list days, I would reflect and have a little look inside and find a little bit of power within. So I highly recommend having something that's really positive in your chemo bag. I'm getting quite emotional. Another idea to have on hand is a journal, not only to record your thoughts and feelings, but it's actually a really good way to record, even if it's your caregivers doing it, what you were experiencing on what day. So I found it really useful for the subsequent chemotherapy sessions that I knew what to expect on day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that type of thing, and a pattern did start forming, so it's really helpful to not panic when things started feeling not so great sometimes. You always could refer back to and go, that's okay, it's day 4. Day 4 is always a little bit average. So this is a really good thing, but also for posterity, to know what it felt like during your time, and it's really nice to look back on. One of the most important things that I found during chemo was having a great lip balm. Now, not to scare anyone, but my lips became really dry and cracked, and I found that a really good lip balm was essential. Applied day, night, all the time, multiple times a day. Can't recommend it enough. But if you're going to do one thing for yourself, buy yourself a great lip balm. Another thing that's really essential during chemotherapy is that you do tend to get quite dry skin, and I found having a hand cream in my chemo kit a really great tool. Again, just like the lip balm, apply it whenever you want, but having one of these is essential. This is a jade roller, so I found this, often they're quite cool, and I found it really nice during chemo and the days after, just to rub it gently on your face. It's really cool and lovely, and a little bit of self-care. So add one in your chemo kit. Despite what this may look like, it is in fact a fan. and I think really essential, particularly for us menopausal women. If you were sent into menopause due to chemotherapy or you were already in it like me, you will find that a little fan is essential, really cooling, and it has literally become my best friend. And now post-chemo, I'm on medication that actually makes me really hot sometimes and gives me hot flashes, and so this is always nearby, so I can highly recommend a little fan. You could even use a handheld one, but I swear to God, they're going to become really popular and you're going to see every woman out there using one, so don't be embarrassed, just use it. Highly recommend it. One of the best pieces of advice my husband and I received from another friend that had been through breast cancer 5 years ago was that she tended to turn her phone off and actually play cards with her husband during chemo. And so we took on that tradition, and I have to say it actually made chemo day really fun. We turned it into a bit of a competition between us and played gin rummy, and I'd like to say I won. Hi, Howie. I didn't even say what they were, sorry, it was a pack of cards. Yeah, hopefully you can tell.